Hello, sunshine catcher. I hope you're having a great day. Today, I want to dive into a concept that I love, and I hope you're going to love it too. For many years, I studied and I taught the beautiful ancient art of Tai Chi. I even created a DVD series many years back. And I actually called my classes Tai Chi Flow. I gave it that name out of deep respect for the traditional Tai Chi masters who spend decades perfecting their art. What I taught was a simplified form that captured the essence of the beautiful movements and principles so that people who don't have a lifetime to spend on the art or choose not to could still get a taste of the lessons found within Tai Chi and Qigong, which is similar, or at least the lessons that spoke to me through these movements, because they can teach us so much about life. I love how the wisdom of Tai Chi and Qigong extends so far beyond the actual physical movements. Today, I want to share one of my favorite concepts from those teaching days. The phrase is, stand like a tree, flow like a river. You've probably heard that before. Stand like a tree, flow like a river. Isn't that beautiful? I love it so much. And just saying it makes me feel more centered. And while this comes from the Tai Chi tradition, it's easy to see how it applies to finding balance in our everyday lives. So if you think about a mighty oak tree, what makes it so incredible? Well, so many things, but it's got those deep, strong roots reaching down into the earth, giving it such a solid foundation. And then look up at its branches. They're not stiff, they're not rigid, they dance with the wind, they bend, they sway, they adapt to whatever comes their way. Yet through it all, that tree stays true to exactly what it is. Now picture your favorite river, whether that's like standing on the bank of a river or maybe flying over the top of it in a plane, whatever that is for you. Think about a river and talk about a perfect balance of strength and flexibility. A river carries so much power, it can literally carve through mountains over time. And it never fights directly with the rocks in its path. Instead, it flows around them. It finds new ways forward. It's always moving toward its direction. And sometimes it moves faster and sometimes it moves slower, but it keeps right on flowing. I mean, even as I'm saying those words, it's such a metaphor for our lives. And when we bring those two images together, the tree and the river, we get this beautiful template for how to move through life. Let me tell you what I mean. So in parenting and grandparenting, best job ever, we need both those qualities. We want to be like that tree, rooted in our values, consistent in our love, providing that steady presence our kids can count on. But we also need to be like the river, flexible enough to adapt as our children grow and change. And maybe your toddler needs a different approach than worked with the older sibling, or your teenager needs you to adjust your parenting style as they develop more independence. We stay strong in our core values while being flexible in how we express them. So another example, our work lives. This balance is just as important. Whether you're running a business or leading a team or dealing with challenging coworkers, being both grounded and flexible is key. Like a tree, you stay firm in your principles, your boundaries, your worth. And like a river, you can be flexible in your methods, adaptable in your approach, finding creative ways around obstacles. And I realize there could be a concern here that being too flexible makes you look like a pushover or wishy-washy, or that being too firm, too rooted makes you seem stubborn or rigid or hard to get along with. But here's what I love about the tree and the river. They both seem so happy being fully them. I don't think the tree is worried about being too rooted, and I'll bet you that river loves being flowy. They're exactly what they need to be in each moment. And of course, there are times when we absolutely need to stand firm, like when we're protecting our kids or staying true to our values. And other times, we need that river energy, especially when we're learning something new or navigating relationships that matter to us. It's not about finding a perfect middle ground, it's about discerning what degree of energy you need in each situation. So try a quick exercise with me right now. And it's okay if you're driving while you're listening to this because we are not closing eyes. I call it the tree river reset. You can do this anywhere, anytime you need to find your balance. So you can do this sitting down, or if you want to stand up and do it, you can do that too. But stand or sit very straight. Take a deep breath. Imagine roots growing down from your feet and anchoring you firmly into the earth. That's your tree energy. That's your roots. Now, keeping that solid foundation, let your upper body feel soft and fluid like water. Roll your shoulders gently. Let your arms float easily. You're doing it. Feel how you can be both stable and fluid at the same time. That's what we're aiming for. This is why I love this practice so much, because if people can learn this in their physical bodies, if they can feel those feelings in their bodies, I think it makes it so much easier for them to bring those concepts into their daily life and into their relationships with others. So let's keep talking about relationships. This tree river balance is absolutely essential in relationships. We need to be rooted in our own truth and values. That's the tree part, of course. But we also need the river's ability to flow with changes, move around conflicts without losing our direction. It's about knowing when to stand firm and when to be flexible. Here's another quick practice. I love this. It's so easy to do. Next time you're in a challenging situation, ask yourself, do I need more tree energy or river energy right now? Do I need to stand more firmly on my truth, or do I need to flow more easily with what's happening? Sometimes just asking this question is all you need to do. That alone will bring your awareness to it and help you get in the right balance. And you know what's amazing about both trees and rivers? They don't overthink things. They simply express their nature. The tree doesn't apologize for taking up space or dropping its leaves and making a mess in the fall. The river doesn't second guess its path or worry about whether it's flowing the right way. They just are what they are, doing what they do naturally. That's what I hope for all of us, to find that natural balance where we can be both strong and flexible, both grounded and flowing, where we can stand firm in what matters while staying adaptable in how we get there. So here's a little sunshine challenge for this week, if you choose to accept it. No pressure. But just notice where you might need more tree energy or more river energy in your life. Maybe you need to root down more firmly in your boundaries at work. Maybe you need to flow more easily with changes at home. Try the tree river reset and feel that in your body when you need to find balance. You can do it so quickly. It just takes a few seconds to feel that in your body. And remember to ask yourself also, tree energy or river energy? What do I need right now? What do I need a little more of? And remember, just like trees and rivers, you don't have to be perfect at this. We're just going for progress, not perfection. And before I go, here's a little bonus, a morning practice to try. When you first wake up, before you even get out of bed, imagine yourself as a tree beside a river. Feel that great combination of strength and flexibility. And then set an intention to bring both those qualities into your day. Super simple, right? You got this. Thanks for catching some sunshine with me today. If this episode brought some light to your day, don't forget to subscribe and share it with someone who might need this message. And until next time, remember, you are both grounded and flexible. Be the tree and be the river.